I'm Rose. I'm the creative director and dermal therapist here at Elixir Skin Fitness. I've been in business now for myself for 11 years, and I'm certainly very motivated and always looking at ways to grow my business, but also grow within myself on a professional basis as well. For me to be able to grow professionally as well as grow my business, it's about me looking at what is advancing in technology, bringing in devices that I know are predictable, but also suit the culture of my business and what I'm trying to achieve with my clients. I really look for devices that create a lot of change, something that will help me to grow as a practitioner, but also have a lot of fun on the way. I like to get creative. I look at skin from a functional level. I look at it from a more biological perspective and how I can actually utilize a device into a client's treatment plan to get those results that they're looking for fast. You know, we want to obviously integrate technology. We also want to create change for clients on a fast level, but we also want to do it in a really safe way and work alongside a company that is innovative, that's always bringing in new things to get those changes that the clients are looking for these days. Clients are time poor and they want to also rely on someone that is trustworthy, that actually knows what they're doing and understands not just how the device works, but also how to integrate it into a treatment plan that's only suitable for them. So it enables me to utilize technology on a very personalized level to give them the results that they're looking for with their skin. When I'm choosing a device, I really look at the results that I can achieve for my client. That is the number one thing that I look for. What type of change can I create and what are my clients' needs? What do they actually really ask me about? What do they want to change in their skin and improve in their skin? And then I look at myself and I get really creative and it's fun for me. I actually like integrating new things because for me it's a challenge. Like I'm growing myself when I integrate a new device into a clinic. So for myself, when I'm choosing a device, I look at something that is safe, number one, predictable with results, and also suits the type of practitioner that I am and the culture of my business and the way that I work with treatment plans. It's really got to enable me to create those changes for my clients. I also look at choosing a company with that device that is also going to support me, and that is also one of the number one things that I look for. I've worked with InMode for a while now, and I chose InMode because they're an innovative company. Their radio frequency devices are second to none, and anyone in industry will probably tell you that. But I love the support that they've given me. The presentation that was given to me first was actually outstanding. It was seamless. It was a presentation that not only described how the device was going to work and the cost, but it also went into my business and it looked at return on investment. When I'm choosing a device, absolutely, I want return on investment. If I'm going to invest this kind of money, then I want to know that it's going to obviously give me some revenue to support my business to grow, absolutely. But that's just one thing. We've also got to look at the relationship that you have with your business development manager from that company, and also look at the type of support that it's going to give you. And InMode absolutely hit every single nail on the head for me. So for me to launch a new device into my business, it starts way before it arrives. I choose the device first of all, and then I work out myself where I'm going to integrate it into my treatment plan, and then I will choose certain clients to start to talk about it. And I'll talk about the benefits of the machine and also benefits of what they're going to see in their skin, how it's going to make them feel, what are the results that we're wanting to achieve, how can we elevate those treatment plans now to get them faster results and more change. We want to create a skin that's intelligent. We want to basically create a skin that is functioning really well, and that takes a little bit of everything. There's no one thing that's going to do everything. But if you can get a platform, which is what attracted me to Optimus Max, a platform that holistically treats skin as a whole and targets those main concerns that the clients have with their skin, that is absolute return on investment. You're going to have a happy client, my business is going to grow, you're going to have return on investment, you're going to have a higher average dollar sale, and it's something that you can have for longevity and a long period of time, because we know that we can update the software as well. So for me to generate excitement for my clients, I talk about it in the room, but one of the things that has worked really successfully for me is education and running education evenings. And if you base your device and knowledge around education for that client, I feel like that's one of the best ways to integrate it. And when we're talking about education, there's a few different things that we can look at here. You can look at running events that are focused on education and keeping clients up to date with new technology. You can also focus on integrating it into your long-term plans or how you run your business with regard to series of treatments. You can also talk about it obviously in clinic with your clients every time they visit as well. So launching it, one of the best ways to do that first is, yes, have a VIP education event. Get everyone talking about it, get everyone experiencing it, do a live demo. People want to see things, they want to see how it works. So definitely live demos work really, really well. And then to first integrate it into a client's treatment plan after you've launched it, you can start to develop a series of treatments where you can offer perhaps 3 treatments and receive a free post-care treatment pack. So when it comes to client consultations, when they first visit a clinic, a lot of the time they actually don't know what they want. They think they know what they want, but they don't. They're coming to you for advice. And I like to build a relationship with clients in the consultation and really find out what's going on with them and how they're feeling about their skin, but also assess their skin from a functional point of view and what condition it's in at the moment. I do like to condition skin before doing treatments, and you can certainly start to integrate, devices or analytics that will really show visually what's going on with that client's skin. So you can use diagnostics there. That is one way for you to be able to show the client what's going on with their skin and then start to talk about the benefits of the device that you have purchased. And then they can start to put the dots together because they understand how the device works, but they're also understanding the condition of their skin at the time. And then they start to develop a rapport with you where they're working with someone that's trustworthy, that knows what they're doing, and not just trying to sell them an add-on treatment. We don't want to sell add-ons here. We want to actually build a long-term relationship and build a long-term treatment plan for that client. And that involves integrating different devices. So I have lots of modalities in the clinic, and when I look at a client's skin, obviously that comes with, IP and experience and, how long you've been in industry. But when I assess a client's skin, I'm able to integrate different modalities and design a treatment plan that's personalized to them. It really needs to come down to being a personalized service. And when I'm looking at purchasing a device, it needs to be able to be utilised in the clinic to create personalised results for that client. When I'm looking at a client and really designing a treatment plan, a device like Optimus Max is very suitable for nearly every single client because it addresses those number one concerns for that client. And I hear often from clients when it comes to what's bothering them about their skin is their tone. So when I'm talking about tone, I'm talking about vascular and redness, I'm talking about pigmentation. Texture is another thing that clients are always concerned about. Laxity, 100%, always concerned about the laxity and the loss of volume in their skin as well, loose skin. And another concern as well is the loss of structure and definition around the jawline, but also the fat buildup that happens in this area as well. So looking at a device like Optimus Max for me was an absolute no-brainer because it enabled me to provide a very holistic solution for a client that was long-term, not an add-on, not a quick fix, not a one treatment, thank you ma'am, see you later. We're looking at developing long-term treatment plans, and Optimus Max enabled me to do that. And when you are able to provide a long-term treatment plan for a client and enable it to, adapt to your own signature protocols, that is where you get your profitability. You don't want to be able to just do a once-off treatment for a client. They come in for a consult, oh yeah, let's do this, and then they go away because then they don't want to come back because they're not happy. They haven't achieved everything that they're concerned about. You want to build a long-term treatment plan for a client, condition their skin, and make it a journey. Make it a personalized journey for them where they are committed to you, and they're committed to you because you are someone that actually cares about the results that they're wanting to achieve, and make it all about them on a personal level. So basically, when it comes to a consultation, that's my approach, and I educate them about the functionality of their skin and the current condition, and then I look at the device and when I'm going to integrate that into their treatment plan. I do have other modalities in the clinic, and I will always integrate other modalities because it supports the end result and what I'm trying to achieve. So look at those different modalities and what you have, what is your signature protocol, what is your, tune into your creative side and how you can make it interesting for them. And that's what keeps them coming back, but also creates profitability for you. So let's talk about Morpheus 8, because there are a lot of conversations going on out there in relation to this treatment. Personally, for me, I've had nothing but success with this device, purely because I choose my clients, I understand the skin, I condition the skin, and I also apply the device in a way that more is not always better. You want to rebuild the functionality of the skin, and Morpheus 8 does do that. It actually reorganizes everything. It's not just about tightening, it's not just about lifting, and not just about contracting tissue. We are talking about reorganizing the functionality of skin. So Morpheus 8 you need to get a little creative with, because you need to focus on what your client wants, what the current condition of your skin that you're working with is, and then you need to adjust the settings accordingly. You do not have a one size fits all with every client when it comes to Morpheus 8. You can basically do this treatment. Yes, you want to have fat loss in certain areas, but you want to focus on the skin tightening and those benefits and the reorganization of skin on a structural level. And that's what Morpheus 8 does. You need to understand the skin that you're working with so that you don't achieve any adverse reaction and the clients are happy. I would much rather do an extra treatment on a lower setting to get that client the result than go in so hard and so quick without conditioning their skin and having an unhappy client. So for clinics out there that have just a kind of a fairly basic line of modalities, it's getting you results, but you feel like you're not really getting to where you want to be with that client's skin, I definitely suggest integrating another device into your practice, because it enables you to grow and achieve better results for your clients. Choosing a device like Optimus Max will also add other modalities from the one platform that can absolutely make your business grow, because you have diversity and you have client retention for a lot longer, and you're able to address so many more concerns for that client in a safe, predictable way that is going to give you return on investment and longevity with your client's skin. So when it comes to the treatments that I offer in clinic, education is absolutely the number one way to get clients to know about what you're doing. I focus more on the education side of things, the way that it's going to make their skin feel, but also the way that it's going to change their skin and the long-term results that it's going to give them. That is definitely one way of introducing a device into your practice. Also looking at things like social media, you've got meta ads, you've got posting on social media, always base it around education when you're doing that. And it's also getting your head out of that mindset of mechanical treat. What you want to start doing is having a bit of fun with this, because this is actually one really good way for you to re-inspire yourself and become more motivated in your job. You are actually working with someone that is coming to you for assistance with your skin, and you are actually able to create so much change for them, which is literally on one platform. And for me, I get really inspired when I see changes with clients. So it enables me to have a really long-term relationship with that particular client, and it can take them through lots of different stages of life as well. You can treat them for acne, you can treat them for acne scarring, you can treat them for texture, tone, tightness. And as we know, skin changes as we age for lots of different reasons. And I feel like a platform like Optimus can take a client through an entire journey throughout their lifespan with their skin. So as a business owner and a dermal therapist, when I integrate a new device into the clinic, I'm very excited about it. The education side, we're wearing so many hats, but I also think about the fact that I'm not able to physically treat every single client. So new devices are also ways to inspire your staff because they are doing something new and they feel like they're also being utilised in a very important way when it comes to a long-term treatment plan for a client. So when it comes to staff and staff training, for me, it's really important to have consistency. So for me, I want to make sure that my staff are doing the treatment in the exactly same way as what I am. They need to also understand how to explain it and educate their clients on the treatment that they're doing. And that also needs to be the same language as what I use. So I'm not talking about introducing scripts here because that's so robotic. What you want to do is give them the fundamental education on what the important things are that staff need to let their clients know about the treatment, but let them do it in their own creative way because everyone has their own style. So I'm a big believer in bringing out the best in staff in that way and giving them the fundamental knowledge and making sure that they're actually ready to go onto a particular treatment so that they feel confident and competent in what they're doing. And it has to come across in a way that it's the same as if I was doing the treatment. As business owners, we cannot physically do everything. We have so much going on. We are working on the business as well as in the business. For me, it is very important that I've got the right staff on board that can facilitate the treatment in the same way, educate the client in the same way, but in their own creative style. And when it comes to rewards for clients, I don't work with KPIs because I feel like they're so outdated and I think that inspires staff in the wrong way. They start to focus on their targets and their money and what they need to generate to bring into the clinic. I would much rather have them fully supported in what they're doing, education-wise, and pay them more per hour on an hourly rate than give them a bonus every 3 months and make them feel not worthy if they haven't gotten to that. You know, it is about building up a confident team, and that's what I focus on when I integrate a device with staff.